Live from Studio 777, Mikey and the other guy.
Grass in the house. Thank you to Satan for the opening like that. No expense spared around here. Even the big names coming through. How are you doing today, Chris?
You know, I've been better, but I'm all right.
Nothing but good news from this guy every time I talk to him. Nothing but the best.
At least I've got one job.
I keep telling him if he doesn't get sun soon, he's going to glow when he goes outside. I
went out yesterday. After that whole Becca thing, I was like, I can't stand.
You can't be Becca?
Before yesterday, I probably hadn't left the house since August 1st. No lie.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't leave very often either. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I don't leave a lot either. I tend to, everything's delivered to my home. I do all my Walmart shopping, have it delivered. Anything I need, I have it delivered.
Same.
So really, I
Food,
guess I
drink,
leave
women.
I'd leave the land twice a month, maybe 3 times a month, maybe once on the weekend. But the rest of the time,
only one
I'm here.
weekend a month.
I go by a Druid calendar.
Okay, feel you.
What is that noise? Are they beating on the door? Is rent due?
It's my ice machine.
Humble brag.
I didn't realize that was so loud.
Another day of TPO cases here. On well, actually, it's just going to be one. I don't want to get you excited for multiple things. I mean, it's only going to be one. Good to see you, Toby. As you can see, our old friends are still here. They were getting done yesterday, so we're going to pick right back up where we left off. I asked you yesterday. I said, tell me about apartment life. Well, today we're leaving apartment life and going straight to the trailer park.
Okay, no experience there.
Now, if there's anything in this world I'm an authority on, it's trailer park life. I lived it until I was well into my 20s.
Should have known.
Steep and deep in the trailer park. Matter of fact, I belong to, I hate to say trailer park royalty. B-Shop does go around calling himself the king of the trailer park, number one, the Duke of the Double Wide. So, I am related to him. So I'm royalty by
the court jester
association. So these people are in the trailer park. A lot of things happen in trailer parks. People don't get along a lot. People yell at people for driving too fast and sleeping with their wives and stealing their stuff or swimming in their swimming pool at night when they're not supposed to.
Swimming pool in a trailer park?
Oh, yeah. We had one
inflatable?
Of those really... No. Oh, no. We had one of those really cheap, flimsy wall type pools, but it was about 3 feet deep.
Like that PVC pipe.
It was round. It was so, it didn't have a filter, I don't believe. So what we did was we dug a hole in the ground and then we put the pool down in the ground. So the pool was at like ground level. So we could just like go running and jump into the pool from our back door of our trailer.
3-foot hole?
Yeah. It's
about how big around?
I don't know, 10 feet probably.
Damn.
Boy, we were the talk of the town.
That's fancy living.
You telling me. Luckily, the ground around there was real sandy. So we were able to really get her down in there. Creed is at the casino. Spending all that Todd money. Getting things done. Yeah, they're packing it up, packing it in, and we're going to get it started. So let's go. I said, let's go. Anybody?
Is Shalom
the truck?
About us?
In front of you?
Oh, there we go.
Mikey and I have a very...
Our sex life is non-existent.
23-262.
Oh, it's a beautiful purse.
And it's Mr. Messner's petition.
Oh, it's big.
Your Honor.
I said, this is Mr. Messner's petition for an anti-harassment order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just a minute here while I open up the file.
You know me.
Go. All right, and Ms. Davidson, I have a note here that you were in fact served with notice of the hearing and a
I
copy of
was.
the
Been
petition.
served.
Yes, I
Very good.
was.
So you're ready to go?
Ooh.
Yes, and then
Okay.
I
Ooh,
also submitted
that was not a koi pond. We kept so much shock in that stuff that eventually I would swimming in milk.
Oh, are
Gary.
you sure that was shock?
anti-harassment order.
You
excuse me.
did last week.
And that was Wednesday, I think it was. And then when I talked to the court clerk, she said they might not be able to get it delivered over the weekend because the guy delivering them had the next 2 days off or
Yeah,
something.
that can happen.
And so she said she didn't know if it would get, served in time
Yeah.
for today. Or
And I
not.
don't think it did.
Yes, sir, it did. I
Did it?
received
You got it?
yesterday.
Okay.
I
So you got it
didn't know.
over the weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there had been I think it was after you were in court. Was it 2 weeks ago that you were here?
Yes, sir.
And we extended this. And I think what happened is after Ms. Davidson got served, she came into court and she filed her own petition. And
Doubling
since
down.
I saw that that had been
Anything you
filed
can
and
do,
this
I
was
can do
already on the
better.
calendar to just have both matters put on the same
Thank you.
calendar. I didn't know if you'd get notice or not because of the time frame, but apparently you did. So
Yes, Your Honor.
since everybody is here and
It's kind of a knee-jerk reaction, right? Somebody takes something on you, you just turn around and do the same to them.
Eye for an eye, yeah.
But it's I mean, this is court. I hate to break it to her. She was very confused by what court was. I think the court said this.
know exactly what everybody is alleging, we can just hear both of these things at the same time and make a decision. Okay. All right. So that I think saves both of you having to come back in another 2 weeks and hear the same things
Thank
again.
you.
It's just more efficient that way.
Bud changed his name.
Okay,
Nice.
so just a second here. Like I said, I was opening my electronic file in this case.
Electronic file.
There we
Lady
go.
had a sugar
Okay, so we'll
skull
get
on her
started
bag.
here. This will go a little bit different than what you heard in the last cases. Mr. Mester, I'm gonna let you go first, as the original petitioner. And then after that, Ms. Davidson, I'll hear from you, but you can also then bring up the allegations in your petition, and then I'll give Mr. Messner an opportunity to respond to that. Okay, so raise your right hands, please. And do you both swear the testimony you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I'm
Okay,
good.
Mr. Messner, go ahead.
Okay, the reason that I filed it was because Ms. Davidson had come into my office
Mhm.
to talk about the four-sided inspection that I did about 2 months ago now. I've been in place as the manager officially just over a month and a half, going on my second full month.
So he's the manager of the trailer
And-
park.
He's the boss. He's the head man in charge.
You can tell because he's very dapper.
Yeah, he's well put together. Good beard, good bald beard ratio. Also, a lot calmer than yesterday. I like this. We're coming in here civil. No one's acting crazy. A plus plus.
No meth,
Part of my
no
job was
Zero
machines.
meth.
inspection, and she wanted to talk about it
She just
because
wants to talk about her
she
inspection.
didn't understand or couldn't see what was on it. I told her, okay, I would get the original copy so we could look at it. I had a body camera that my management company requires me to wear when I'm out on the property. I reached over and turned it on, and when I did, she, for lack of a better term, snapped and went.
Boy, what kind of fucked up trailer park is this? He's got to wear a body camera at all times per his management. Really? It's that bad in there?
I mean, those people at trailer parks, Mike.
I mean, man, I
We're one
did
of
see a
them.
guy get evicted one time. All he did was hook up his trailer to the truck and pull it out of the trailer park.
and like after a certain age, you can't even do that, right? Like
Well, of the trailer or of people?
the trailer.
Well, yeah. Some of them, most of them take the wheels off. So
Ballistic.
Ruins the purpose.
Threw stuff at me, cleared off my desk, grabbed the camera, which she later told the police after I'd called 911 that she did not grab the camera. Came around the end of my desk and ran into my side and started reaching down, trying to pick up papers on the floor.
phew.
I had pushed back against her and told her she couldn't do that. She needed to get out of my office. That was other tenants' private paperwork, and she was not allowed to look at
She was doxing.
Barb? Yeah.
it. We exchanged a few words as she went out, and I grabbed the phone and called 911 and made a report. Basically, I just want to be able to do my job as the manager. I've been in place, like I said, a month and a half, going on 2 months. I can't fix multiple years of neglect and bad management prior to me in a short amount of time. And her allegations to other tenants is that I'm harassing her. I have not written her any violations. As a matter of fact, she has got the best looking lot in our park.
Okay. All right.
The only thing that I had originally written was there was a question about the gazebo that she put on her deck, and we just needed to talk about that.
Why are you putting a gazebo on a deck? Those are kind of like two separate things, right?
It's like a hat on a hat.
Yeah. I'm going to put a gazebo underneath this.
Pool and a hole in the back.
Yeah. So she's got the best looking place. Her lot is immaculate compared to others. Apparently this place is kind of run down. It's had some, it's seen some better years. Yeah. Some would say. She's got a well-maintained lawn and bush over there on her side. But she's not very happy about an inspection is what I'm getting. This is all stemming from her wanting more information about said inspection.
I wonder if you need one of them building permits for that gazebo on the deck or porch. Is it a deck or a porch on a trailer?
Well, I mean, to me, a deck is on the ground and a porch is a little bit off the ground.
That's interesting.
Yeah. At one point, I had advised her to call 811. She was going to plant some stuff in her yard. And I had told her that that's the best way to do it. They've got all the accurate documents. And if you're going to dig, you've got to call them anyway. It's a law. Mine would be a guess to what paperwork I had, because I didn't have a lot of paperwork other than showing where the septic was on her property. I couldn't find electrical or
find that with a nose
test.
It would
be a guess on my part, and that puts the property management company I work for at risk. If we guess and she hits something, that's why it's just better to call 811. And again,
Mr. Messner, didn't you tell me, remind me, besides the incident you just described in your office, that there was another incident?
There was a time she came down my driveway demanding to talk to me. I just got back from one of my runs moving up from Oregon. And she had made some accusations and she made the threat. She goes, "Remember, I have a gun and I know how to use it." And other tenants have told me that she told them the same thing.
Okay, well,
now we know why he's got the body camera.
She's skilled at arms, apparently. Again, I said the trailer park must be kind of rough. Very neglected, I'm supposing, again, from his words.
Well, it does sound like he's got a lot of work ahead of him to get things in order. Again, hence the body camera.
They brought him up from Oregon to straighten things out. He's like the Patrick Swayze was in Roadhouse. He's that of the trailer park.
He's the wolf from Reservoir Dogs. He's is it Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Man, why don't you just say so? Man, Wolf's coming. Everything's good. But yeah, he's coming to clean house, take names, at the same time with a gentle hand of love.
Do you remember the approximate date of that?
It would have been the last week in July.
No, 811, by the way, is what you call for if you're going to be doing any digging on your land. I don't know if it's like that everywhere else. Here in the South, that's how it is. They'll tell you, it's okay to dig here or here. You're supposed to call before you do any kind of major digging or anything.
Yeah, they used to sponsor a NASCAR. So that's how I'm familiar with it. But yeah, you call 811 before you dig. And they come out and I think they mark the electric and the gas and all that fun stuff. And so apparently you need to do that before you put a gazebo on your deck.
Well, I mean, especially if you're doubling down. Double decker. Paisley, good to see you.
July.
Okay.
Glad she's calm, by the way.
I had multiple tenants write statements that she had told them that she was going to do bodily harm to me. One lady left me a voice message, but said that she would deny it if I played it because she's afraid of what Miss Davidson would do to her if she found out.
Ooh.
She got a reputation.
And I
Strong
submitted
arm
some more
tactics.
statements this morning with the
Trailer park terrorist.
clerks up front when I came in, letters that had come in. I just basically want to be able to do my job as a manager, and I can do that with no contact with her. She can put her rent in the slot in the office. If I have paperwork, I can hang it on her door without involvement, and state required, the RCW requires that I mail it as well.
Do you think everybody in the trailer park, like they see her coming through, they back up, like they bring their children inside from playing, they close the door, they pull the blinds.
It's like The Wire. Omar's coming.
Like everybody's indoors and watching themselves. She doesn't seem that intimidating.
Behind the blinds. Yeah. No. Well, and I wonder too, is the rest of the trailer park on his side? Is he like, the sheriff coming into town, cleaning up the last guy's mess, and they're like, finally he's here to save us? Or is he ruining all of their meth operations?
Yeah, like maybe it's the whole opposite way. Maybe the whole trailer park's a bunch of scum bums, and then she's the only shining light, the only law in a lawless town, and now she's trying to fill him out and see what side is he exactly on.
Maybe the gazebo is just a distraction from the rest of the meth that's being made.
Meth gazebo.
And if I recall, you also live on the property, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, but not like, this isn't like an apartment situation.
No, it's a mobile home park.
Anything else? Mr.
Fancy,
Messner?
huh?
Not at the moment, just for when I respond to her.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So Ms. Davidson, you can absolutely respond to those allegations as you see appropriate. And then
Anybody want to take guesses on if she comes out firing both barrels or if she's like super chill like him? Because I mean, she's got a great yard, but she does have a bit of a temper. She does have a PPO and not afraid to use it. And she will wreck him, I believe.
Normally, I'd assume if you have a gazebo on your deck, you're pretty relaxed. You got a nice place to chill out at the end of the day, but she wasn't able to complete it, it sounds like. Or does she have it up and that's the issue?
I think if she has it up, maybe that's the issue. Do you think she does a lot of entertaining, though? That seems like a very entertaining area. Like
It very well could be. A nice brunch on the deck under the gazebo.
Or she just sits there menacingly staring across the hood.
The hood.
Donna, good to see you.
after you've done that, you can then explain to me the basis that you're asking for an order as well. Okay.
Your Honor, I've lived at the Whispering Woods Trailer Park for about 15, 16 months.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was going to be years for sure.
The day that I moved in there, the management has not been, you can't work with them. We've got an upper management, Mr. Griffin, that I thought might show up today because I've called him numerous times to find out what my rights and what my rights are and what they're not. As far as Mr. Mesner goes, I don't have a beef with him. I told him when he approached me one Sunday and came across the road to my home, and I was walking away from him with my hose because I knew what was going to happen. We've had 4 managers in a year.
Damn.
And none of them will work with the clients.
It's a new show coming out on FX this fall. Whispering Woods.
The tenants, including Mr. Mesner. He was going to turn the whole trailer park around in about 2 days. And I said,
I just imagine it's like the babysitter in Overboard, where she just storms out after a couple of hours with the awful kids. Just every manager's just walking out of there after a couple of hours. This place is shot.
I like that she said he come in here, he's gonna turn the whole place around in 2 days. Oh.
I got good advice from somebody once. They said, when you go in and you're managing a new company or a new team, don't piss just to make your mark.
Ooh, I like that.
It's very smart advice.
No pissing.
Yeah, I haven't wet my pants at work yet.
I want advice.
To management, sorry, but they are. Mr. Griffin is an older gentleman that will not work with anyone. When I came to that park, I came.
That's
to get
Canadian
away.
too. A
It has
toonie.
nothing to do with it, but I want you to know why I'm at that trailer park. My son-in-law put a gun to my head twice in 3 months. And I had to get out of the harbor. I lost my husband. And that's a whole nother.
The son-in-law shot her husband.
Is that what she said?
She said she lost him. So I'm just assuming gunplay. I mean, it
Trailer
runs in
park.
the family.
Yeah.
She had to leave the harbor and move to Whispering Woods.
Whisper. I was in Screaming Woods before. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Never works out. Or her husband just left her. I don't know. But she did lose
Or
him.
is he? I mean, there's a way of dying without the son-in-law shooting him.
Oh, yes, of course. Nagging.
He could have woken
Yes.
up next to her and been afraid.
Yes. Total nagger.
Startled.
story. I came because it was secured. It was out in the country. It was quiet. And I thought I could live there peacefully. I just lost my husband after 47 years.
It's the first time I've heard that, Leanne. Thank
When
you.
from the minute I got into that trailer park, I got nothing but harassed with notes on my doors, my doorknobs, on my car, on my windshield. And it was over just stupid stuff. And I sold real estate long enough to know that I've sold in parks for many, many years. And upper management.
What the hell is she doing in a trailer park? She's been selling real estate for years and years.
Selling trailer park real estate?
It's not as lucrative. I don't know. Typically, trailer parks work like you rent a lot and you put your trailer on it, and when you're done, you take it away. Or they already have lots
With trailers on them?
with trailers on them. You just, ready to move in.
What's the difference cost-wise between a single and a double wide?
I know a double wide recently that my sister-in-law went and seen was like 120,000 for a double wide. Singles will probably go, I would guess, around 80 for a single wide.
The more we listen to this case, the more I'm like, I might fit in a trailer park.
Well, if you like notes all over your stuff, she had notes hanging from her knobs, hanging from everything.
Love a note on my knob.
People just hanging them. She didn't say what they said. You could have said, "Welcome to the neighborhood."
Any attention will do at this point.
Hey, your shirt's nice.
Thank you.
You smell good.
I do.
Cannot grandfather some of us in and not grandfather the rest of us in too. And that's all I've come up with. JD Mesner and I became instant friends that Sunday morning. That
I thought she was going to say intimate.
Instant friends. He told me how sincere he was about making our park great. I did not bodily threaten him with a gun or anything.
Wait, he wanted to make the trailer park great again.
Yes.
Matt,
he's putting up signs all over the place, constantly out. No wonder he couldn't get nothing done. He was too busy
Mesner
campaigning.
2024. Yeah. That's what all the notes were.
They call him the Mez. He comes in and he's like, I'm awesome.
The judge kind of looks
not
like
one time. And I did not tell the neighbors that I would take a gun to him or anything else. My children stole all my guns. They're gone. I don't have a gun to my name. Yes, I've thought about getting protection. The only thing I have is pepper spray. It's in my purse right now.
Let's keep it there.
There is no.
Are you supposed to bring that to court with you?
I'm
I
surprised
didn't
that
think
got
you
through
were allowed to
security.
bring that in. Yeah. I didn't think you could do that. I have a
She's
stun
problem.
gun.
Yeah, right. I've got 3 grenades.
Your Honor, I don't own a single pew. I do have a set of nunchucks in my bag.
Would you like
Sugar
to see
skull.
my ninja star?
My kids stole
That's
all
not a
my
weapon, though.
pews. Worked in real estate.
The tenants have no right in this park,
I should
Your
have
Honor.
known.
She was a
None.
secretary in a real estate
Every
office.
time you go to send paperwork in, it has to go through JD, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
First name
But
basis.
as far as the 811, and he tells me that, oh, get it marked, have them come and mark it. I'm in number 1. I'm first in and first out. I have the main septic system on my property. I have the main power on my property.
I am the mayor of the trailer park.
I
You were
was
humble
elected.
bragging the hell out of, I'm number one. I got the septic tank. The box
Is
for
it
the
the only septic
cable
tank
is in
for
my
the-
yard.
for the park?
I feel bad if it is.
Yikes. Those got to be like cleaned out, right?
Oh God, yeah, you have to have somebody come and pump that thing out.
And every
Once-
house has one of these things?
Well, typically, yeah. My grandma had one, and before we like went to sell the land that she had left, like it had collapsed in on itself and stuff. So it was like a swamp back there. It was like lily pads and stuff in the backyard, and
Are they like made out of steel, concrete?
vermin. Typically, well, this is an old one, so I believe it was
Tin.
made out of like probably, I think it was almost like a bricked in type deal. I don't know exactly what was on the inside.
Like a
Maybe
bunker.
metal.
Poop bunker.
Yes.
They come, PSE and them come in on my property anytime they think they can. They move things around. They don't put things back. I get no notice of when they're coming. They've been there at 7:30 in the morning. They've been there at 8 o'clock at night. I pay my rent. I am a good tenant and I pay my rent. I didn't want anything to happen with me and Mr. Mesner, but when I make an appointment to go over to his office and I pull in there and he's got the doors wide open, all propped up, I should have known not to go in there. But I thought we had a better understanding than that.
I read a lot slower than you, so please slow down.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
But apparently we didn't, because Mr.
How far
Mesner
back
was
you need
going
me
to
to
take
go?
care of everything in
fine
that
from right
park,
here.
and he was going to be the best park manager there ever was. And next thing I know, we're going out to dinner that night, Your Honor. That's how well we hit it off.
What? They went out to dinner?
Friends go out to dinner. We went to dinner, Mikey. You're reading too much into this.
Yeah, but they hit it off like right away.
So did we.
He's gonna work himself through the trailer park, starting with lot number 1, Daddy.
Well, she's got the sump pump or whatever.
She does got the shit catcher. Okay, this is getting a little more interesting. I thought they were like complete strangers to one another, but now we're finding out they're compadres. They might even go to WrestleMania together this year. I highly doubt it, but
did she mention how long, or did he mention how long he's been working there?
He's only been there like 2 months, I think.
And she's been there like 18.
Yeah. But this was like
So
their
this is
first
quick.
meeting. They go out
Yeah.
to dinner right away. I'm sorry she didn't want to make him a home cooked meal. You know, get him in the house. Get him in the old number 1.
Get him in the gazebo, if you will.
Show him what you got.
And then we tried to have consensual sex, but that didn't work over this apartment because, well, never mind.
Time out. We tried to have consensual. Did it not go consensually?
Did anybody look? Crass, I told you. I said they went out to dinner. That's the first sign of sex coming. You told me that on the first date.
And I have a feeling it's going to wind up the same way our date did.
Yes. Neither one of us getting fulfilled.
Limpy over here. What?
It's like a wet towel. Can't even snap it at nobody. Woo! I gotta rewind that little part because she brought that out of nowhere, man. I did not expect that.
Yeah, let's definitely back it up. And I mean, I'm a straight man, but he's definitely punching down, if you will. Like
Again,
she's out of her league.
He's gonna work his way through the trailer park. Hot and cold running women's.
Would you start with the best or the worst? I'm just curious where she ranks in the trailer.
Again, I think we're just going numerically. We're starting out 1.
Trailer 1. Gotcha.
And work our way to the back of the park.
All right.
Then if we feel like we've done a good job, we'll work it back up.
I gotcha. Some people get a double inspection.
Anyway, that's nothing for you to know. Appointment to go over to his office, and I pull in there, and he's got the doors wide open, all propped up. I should have known not to go in there. But I thought we had a better understanding than that. But apparently we didn't, because Mr. Mesner was going to take care of everything in that park, and he was going to be the best park manager there ever was. And next thing I
What's the door being open got to do with anything? Like it's spider to the fly.
I think she's insinuating he was like, come on in. Like the trap has been set. He's baited the hook, if you will.
I pulled a creed went too far back, but that's all right.
No, I'm
we're
good.
going
It's
out
good.
to dinner that
We
night,
need the
Your Honor.
context.
That's how well we
Out
hit
to
it
dinner.
off. And then we tried to have consensual sex, but that didn't work over this apartment because, well, never mind. He couldn't perform. But anyway, that's nothing for you.
You
I can't
How
believe.
dare you?
How dare you come in here? Mr. Metzger's trying to fix up the trailer park. Yeah, did you ever think maybe it wasn't a him problem? It was a you problem. Maybe there was an issue. Like I don't know.
This guy has a legit case for slander. This is unacceptable.
I mean, how's this man gonna live this? He has to leave now. And I got a feeling of something else. I'm going on the record. I think she slept with other trailer park managers. How about that?
And
Allegedly.
that's why they all left so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the septic tank at all.
Who you think made the move on who? You think she's like
I mean, he left the door open, Mikey.
So did she, apparently. Which one? We don't know.
Or whatever. But
Nobody went through it.
I
That's
will
for sure.
say that I really liked him, and I want to apologize to you personally.
What?
I guess we don't have a harassment order yet. I guess I wanted to apologize to you today after listening to this gentleman, this fine gentleman. He's the only court officer I've ever been in front of.
Oh, great. She's trying to bang him now.
Right?
And after listening to all these people in here today, JD, I don't want it. I just want you and I to get along and work together.
Oh, she's
But your
starting
nuts
off.
are tied from management. So that makes me want to put my home up for sale and get out of the park, JD.
She wants to untie your
I've
nuts,
never
dude.
caused problem to anybody there. No one, including you. You're the one that said I threw all your paperwork. I put my hand on your desk right here to hold myself up. And
Like if I just walked in, I heard her say, I put my hands on your desk to hold myself up. And then we talk about the sex some more.
That office has seen some things.
She is, I think she wants another run at it.
Obviously, I'm starting to think she was lying when she said he didn't perform.
Maybe he performed, just not up to standards.
I think he found the depths of her soul and connected with her in a way she's never experienced.
So take a look at me now.
then I did push your paperwork off onto you because your
I thought you were going to say off the desk.
Freaking chest, JD,
No,
pushing
ma'am,
me.
it was not.
Yes, it was, and I did not touch you.
His head was in her chest.
Get out of the park, JD. I've never caused problem to anybody there. No one, including you. You're the one that said I threw all your paperwork. I put my hand on your desk right here to hold myself up. And then I did push your paperwork off onto you because your head was in my freaking chest, JD, pushing
No, ma'am,
me.
it was not.
Yes, it was,
head.
and I did not touch you.
Now, Miss Davidson, obviously this is getting you worked up. Let's take a breath.
I'm
here.
sorry. I'm
Just-
sorry.
Everybody take a breath.
I
And-
just
Very
want things to work
emotional.
out. I'm the same way as that lady on the machine, meth homes and this and that.
He's talking about Rebecca from
What
yesterday.
in the world? Yes, she mentioned the machine.
Oh, we're getting into the meth issue here in the trailer park. Great.
The park is infested with drugs. There's 60 of us that live in there,
Well, he's got his pick.
and I get picked on over some freaking piece of garbage or some piece of fencing that's out in my yard laying around doing nothing. The lady that wrote me up, all I did was take pictures for evidence, Your Honor. I never went on their property. I never went anywhere. I wanted it in case we had to go to court because I knew this was coming. The tenants have no rights,
Couldn't.
and
Too old.
JD's hands are tied. He's never going to get anywhere with management. I tried when I first moved in there, sir, and it didn't work. And I will move to get out of there and leave your life. If I'm that
So-
much of a miserable person to you,
Yeah,
fine.
Ms. Davidson, kind of,
She's just concerned
Focus
for him.
Yeah, she is. She's just she's in there just laying it to him.
11th.
up here, and make your comments to
Okay.
me. All right.
I won't say another word.
Now, it sounds to me like you don't really want an order against Mr. Messner.
I don't.
Okay.
And I don't think I deserve one against me either.
Oh,
We
this
have
is
to
a
live
ploy.
50 feet across from each other.
think?
Yesterday when he was outside, I had to look.
Is this
at
just to
the
get into the
road
same room
instead
with
of
him?
Looking at my nice yard I've worked so hard on because he's over there spraying bees with bee spray, telling all the neighbors. And I have heart failure and I have asthma. And all I can do is smell that stuff, even check with anybody that has health problems in the place before he told anybody and went and sprayed it.
Does he have to check with her when he's killing bees? I mean, what do you want the man to use? You
Can
get
you-
the Billy the Exterminator in there with some of that stuff he uses? I mean, come on.
Can you actively have heart failure and talk?
Well, you know,
I
I think she's saying the bee spray could cause it to like flare up, like arthritis.
Like this caused my heart to
Oh.
stop.
Gina, I am so glad that you.
I think
have-
she's talking about Troyalty Pod at Troyalty Pod on, on
well, maybe it
YouTube. I'm
is.
pretty sure she's a big fan of ours.
Well, either way, I'll take the $10.
Damn, it's not mine. Okay.
Don't worry, it'll be gambled away before you know it.
Mr. Messner, I don't think you need to, I don't think you need to respond because it sounds to me like Ms. Davidson doesn't want that order she applied for. So
Is she gonna really drop it?
we won't go any further down that road and I'll just allow.
Does she have a
her to
choice to say
withdraw.
no now?
Okay, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm sorry that there's this much conflict between you. I'm getting the picture that there's quite a lot more going on in terms of
Oh, yeah, there is.
the property and that
It was
doesn't
all
Yeah.
have anything to do with
ridiculous.
you personally, but it obviously it's affecting the quality of life in the Whispering Woods. All right. The question really, this comes,
Who knew Whispering Woods was the Melrose Place
Oh,
of trailer parks? Am I right? I
seriously.
mean, come on. She is definitely, I don't know. What do you think they were trying to do? Never mind.
down to whether Mr. Messner has proved to me by a preponderance of the evidence that there's been this course of conduct done by you, Ms. Davidson. And what he tells me and what he testified to is about two different incidents that happened. You referenced the one that happened at his desk. And I think you agree that you pushed some stuff onto him and
I
you're,
pushed it onto the floor, Your Honor. I didn't push it on him. What I did is I thought if I could get away from
I thought
him
if I
while
could clear
he's
the
heading
desk,
towards
he
me,
could give
I'd
it
turn
another
around and
shot.
get my rig and go. And he said, I'm calling the cops. I said, please.
Get my what and go? Rig? Is she a truck driver? Get my rig and go.
Oh.
What the hell does that mean?
you referenced the one that happened at his desk. And I think you agree that you pushed some stuff onto him and
I
you're,
pushed it onto the floor, Your Honor. I didn't push it on him. What I did is I thought if I could get away from him while he's heading towards me, I'd turn around and get my rig and go. And he said, I'm calling the cops. I said,
Get
please,
her rig.
I'll wait in my driveway. And I did.
and then another incident that.
Truck driving woman.
Mr.
Does she
Messner
just haul her
describes has to
trailer
do with the
around?
Threat. And
What did I do?
now,
Oh,
Ms.
shit.
Davidson, hold on. This is where I
She's changing her mind. She wants it
announce
back
my
on.
decision. This is not where we argue. This is not where.
Do you think maybe she dropped hers thinking he's going to say, you know what? I'm dropping mine
I
too.
bet you she did. I bet you she did.
And now he's not. And the judge is about to rule on it. It's not looking good for her at
You
all.
made me limp, ma'am. I'm not letting that happen again.
I mean, if you wanted to wine and dine the guy, maybe you shouldn't talk about his wee-wee not working.
Right?
We-
Like you can't go back on that.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing you
It's
can
out there now.
say.
Hundreds of people know that he had a limpy.
Yeah. Everybody here and in chat and the tens of people that'll see this later.
Fight with each other. Okay, that's not allowed. Now, here's the thing. An order can be issued if I find by preponderance of the evidence that there's been this course of conduct. And I'm concerned that there's a lack of proof. I don't think I can find by preponderance of the evidence based on your testimony, based on Ms. Davidson's response about the issue of this threat. Not the first incident, but the second incident that you said was toward the end of July. The evidence is not strong enough on that. And without that, there isn't a course of conduct. And without that, there isn't a basis to issue an order.
Wow.
So I understand what you're telling me. I'm just telling you that I'm not satisfied with the strength of the evidence.
Neither was she.
That. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what that means is I'm going to have to deny the petition as well. So, Ms. Davidson, what that means is
$2. Put your head on my chest. So it seems like nobody's getting nothing today. Just like that date they were on.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a streak going now. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's on to number 2.
that I'm not going to issue an order against you as Mr. Messner's requested. And I explained the reasons for that is the lack of proof. I'm not saying there hasn't been at least one incident though. And I'm not saying that this resolves things between you. I'm confident though that going away from here, there's not going to be further problems. If there are further problems, you know where the courthouse is and you can come back.
Your Honor, excuse me.
I'm gonna hope that there aren't any.
In our little fracas or whatever you want to call Mr. Messner's in the office,
Yes.
I've lost a $7,000 bridge that I'm heading to the dentist as soon as I get done here.
Okay.
Oh, I thought she meant like she had a bridge going to the gazebo that was on the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
She lost her teeth during the melee?
The fracas, sir. Was it fracas?
The fracas. The Donnybrook, the scuffle, the dust up. How do you lose your did she start yelling and it shot out of her mouth?
Could have been. Or I'm telling you, they gave it another run.
She was coming in, teeth out, ready for love.
Oh my God. It was she was in preparation of removing her teeth.
Premeditated
Okay.
sex.
All right. Different way of doing it.
Yes, and it fell out in his office, and him and the 3 officers that responded all denied finding it. And I know that my bridge is in there.
There you go, golf cart. Yes.
And that's going to be next. I will bring charges up against that because I need the money
Your
for
Honor.
my bridge.
Bringing how are you gonna bring charges for that? The police said it wasn't there. He said it wasn't there.
Does she have a machine that can check and confirm?
Get the machine out and see if we can find this bridge.
I can't resolve your
Okay.
issue there.
It's all right, I'll do it.
She does look truckerish.
Slightly. Mother trucker.
We need a
Thank
little
you,
more than
Lisa.
that.
What's that one that's like breath mints now? We just
Blue Chew?
no, I don't think so. It's like a it was yeah, that's it. Charades, everybody. He just needs those to walk around the park.
Which one do you need? Hang on.
He's just popping them in his mouth. Hello, ladies.
Hims, the hard maker.
Oh, she's packing her bag. She looks angry.
I got more ice.
The clerk will make copies of this for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna suggest that you kind of go out of here one at a time and not
Excuse me.
at the same time. Just
I
keep
won't.
Understood, Your
things,
Honor.
keep the temperature down, so to speak.
Go to your rig separately.
Keep the heat that's burning between you down because it's on fire right now. How much older do you think she is than him?
I don't know if she is.
I think he's in his late 40s and she's in her late 50s.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're both mid-50s and she's just, she's been on the road in a rig.
She's been rigging it. At first, I thought she meant she was on heroin and she was picking up her rig.
Well, I had to leave, Your Honor. It was time to tie off.
I recommend everybody leave at different times. Who's leaving first?
Was it 7,000 or 700?
It was 7,000. I don't think we got any more chit-chatting with these people, so I'm going to just drop them on down. 7,000, that's a lot. I didn't know.
Pricey.
I didn't know those things. Now, the bridge is like when you take out, like you have like a missing tooth over here and they put it in to fill in a tooth.
Oh, I thought it was when you had like the back ones on each side, and that's why they called it a bridge.
I thought like maybe it's multiple teeth. Maybe you pay per tooth. That's all.
Chat, what's a bridge? I know it's a card game. You ever play bridge?
Oh no, but I guarantee you, if I did, I'd end up with a woman like her. How do you
Mikey the Pole? Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Wrong show. That's later. Don't forget, we got Wild Wormin Wednesday coming up for you. A super stacked edition. Tons of stuff. Probably take us over an hour to get through all of it today. So make sure you're there for that. Ooh. We appreciate everybody. Yeah, I don't care if she has missing teeth. I got one. There's that.
I haven't. Well, I've had a couple pulled, but nothing. Nothing visible.
Lay that hair.
I totally get
lost it in high school.
Oh, a fight?
No, I fell down and broke a tooth, and I don't know if you know. Being poor, dental work, it kind of comes in the last of all the doctors you see.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, being lazy, it's also last. Yeah.
Oh, lazy's last too. So dentures are cheaper. I'm sure they are, but I don't know. I would want to. I want to hold on to mine as long as I can.
Your fake ones or your real ones?
The ones I lost in his office.
What's scary is the people that have like them yanked and then they have those posts.
Ooh, I've
drilled
seen that.
in.
Oh my god,
like
that's the one thing.
Teeth.
I can watch any horror movie there is, no matter how gory and disgusting, no problem. But there's two things I cannot see. That's people's fingernails getting like bent up and ripped or something, or someone getting their teeth pulled out in like a movie or something. I don't know what it is, and I'm super scared of the dentist. So
the idea of having something drilled into my gums is very.
I don't know. My wife falls asleep at the dentist. So either she's a psychopath or she's in love with pain. I don't know which one. I can't do it. I get scared. My palms sweat.
I went for the first time in like literally 20 years a while back and had 12 cavities that I needed filled. I had to go with like 3 different appointments. It was good.
12 cavities. That's a record, everybody. Bring it in. We're all going to Hawaii this year on this guy's bill. Let's go.
And then my dentist told me that because I was moving to Brooklyn at the time and Trump had just been elected. He told me, if you get the shot, take it. My dentist told me to assess.
Well, you know.
No, I don't think I paid a dime. I had very good insurance.
You had that Facebook insurance.
Etsy insurance.
Oh,
hopefully some.
That's one word there. Okay.
Hopefully some eBay insurance soon.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
We'll see. We'll see.
Make sure you guys look for videos premiering all day long across all of the channels. Look at that. Look at that.
Katie wants the caboose.
She tried to shake his hand. He said no. I don't doubt that because she is weird.
You got any desks, papers on your desk you need brushed off there, Judge?
Judge, if you don't mind if I touch your hand, do you? No,
yeah. Yeah, Zuck took care of me too. Yep. Till he didn't.
But then he still did. He sent us to WrestleMania.
He sent us to WrestleMania. Those Zuck Bucks, man, they took us a long way.
Me questioning Chris all the way to LA about how much money he's got. I'm like, thinking I'm going to have to start walking back to California from California to North Carolina right now.
I kind of wish I had gotten Brendan Schaub seats for that ball game right about now, but everything else is good.
You know, it's a bad day when poor Brendan Schaub's like 37 rows back behind you, and you're like right there catching foul balls.
That was a good time, man. No regrets.
No regrets at all. Not on my part, at least. Maybe on Crass's part. Maybe on your part for watching this show. The Lot Rent Express. Oh, Paisley coming in with some money. Jeaners, Tana Peggy, Lisa B, and KT. We appreciate your patronage. We love you guys. We want you to come back. Because me and Crass will be back at 4:05 for Wild Worman Wednesday. We got Chase. You can watch it on We Gotta Chase channel or Credence and Mikey.
You
So
confused
look for those. Them gums, them bloody gums.
Mm.
Ugh. You guys
Bloody
stay
gum
safe.
shrimp.
Yeah, stay safe. Stay out of the office. I was going to say stay hard, but we know
That's not happening.
JD's not doing it, baby. It's not happening. Putting it back in his pants.
Better
And of course, you guys got to stay tuned because you never know. You never, ever.
ever?
No. Bye, kids. So do you think they were trying to have like oral sex or? Because I think that's a good starter, especially if a guy's having issues.
I think she was trying to have any sex, and he was trying to have no sex.
Maybe it was because maybe she was trying to force herself on him.
She did say she tried consensual.
I like that she added consensual. I have never ever talked to anyone about having sex with somebody and it included the word consensual.
Is this consensual? Will you sign here?
I need you to sign here, and has anyone heard from Carrie's Lantern today? No, but I've not heard from really anyone except Crass.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Keep an eye out. Hopefully there's